Amber will take care of you. Amber will take care of you for a sec.
This copyrighted telecast of WNBA enterprises may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used in any form without the express written consent of WNBA enterprises.
We are getting set to sports in a lot of post-game coverage from Minneapolis on the way.
You need some water, Nova?
NLCS between the Dodgers and the Mets. Busy day in the NFL. A lot going on there. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. The challenge ahead. Their thoughts there. Ryan, Rebecca, Holly, back to you. Another great one in the WNBA.
Damn, we're watching the WNBA Finals. 69-69 with 6 minutes left in the fourth. What a game. These girls be hooping. You need some more water, Nova?
To go in this fourth. Leafs led by as many as 15 in the first half. Liberty cut it to 7, 8, no further, and then towards the end of the third, really found the groove, went on an 8-0 run and tied it. A couple of sacks, but not led. First free throw in the second half for Minnesota there. Here's Ionescu. Stood up, trying to get to feet, hits the crowd on the field. They cross, bustling in.
Is she not so super cute? Ain't she just so cute? I love my little tiny tot so much.
New York was able to pick on Smith a few times on the defensive end, getting her switched on to Brianna Stewart.
We'll say that did last in New York. Look at that, a three. Davis nearly came up with a steal. Brianna Smith, to your point on the bench, will find out. Williams, the pull-up.
Ooh.
The putback won't go. A couple of missed opportunities there for Minnesota. There's 5.5 to go in the fourth.
Hey, what's up, Sophia? How are you? Sorry, I was eating.
Stewart has the last 13 for New York.
I'm just watching the WNBA Finals and chilling with my little tiny tot right here. She's so cute. What's up, Ryder? How you doing? Glad to hear it, Sophia. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Little Dicky? That's the first. Nobody's ever called me Little Dicky, bro. I'd love to hoop with Little Dicky, though. He's a good hooper. He can ball. He's got a good shot. He's got good dribbles. What's up, Boogie?
To see this and call it out. You are so vulnerable, moving full speed, eyes down right there. No one telling her.
Has there ever been a better time for women's hoops? Megan Reyes here from Good Follow on DraftKings, bringing you all the action from around the league. Women's basketball is on fire.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate you, Sophia. Have a good night. Sleep, sweet dreams. Sleep well.
Enter the promo code and bet $5 to score 200.
I haven't been live in a minute. And I was actually planning on not. Thank you. It's frosted. Here, I have the box right here. I'll just show you. Frosted shredded. I mean, it's backwards, but frosted shredded wheats, bite size. I mean, they're actually really good. It's weirdly good. This is my fifth bowl tonight.
Donald Trump handpicked his White House team. Now the people who do him best say he's too unstable.
Piff chicks. I forgot about that. Big back. What does that mean? Me being back. What's up, Kaylee? Damn, everyone's here. I haven't been live in a minute, and I really wasn't planning on going live for a while. Back. What does that mean?
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Getting too much what?
Your kids.
Oh, eating too much.
But each year they get bigger.
She's doing her thing with her big head there. And my other one just got comfy over there. we went to the dog park twice today, and one time in the evening, and it was a lot of fun. Man, I don't know what language that is, but it looks cool. I'm sorry you're not having a great day, Kaylee. I've been having like not a great like couple weeks, honestly. That makes sense. I've seen like street signs in Russia. Yeah, I can. And now I get it. Why's your day going bad, Kaylee?
It's a legal street. It's absolutely legal.
Why are you eating cereal during night? I mean, that's a good question, I guess. A, I think you can eat cereal any time of day or night. And B, because it's all I have. I'm waiting to get paid, you know? We're on that struggle. And I figured rather than going to McDonald's and getting a couple Big Macs, I could get a whole box of cereal and probably not eat it all today and have some for tomorrow. But I also got some mac and cheese. What the heck? And tuna that I'm going to eat later. I'm drive-by roasting. You look like little Jesus if he wasn't a strong dude like in the Bible. Wait. So you're saying Jesus was a strong dude? Because most depictions I've seen of Jesus, he looks pretty skinny. Not that he's... I mean, you can be skinny and strong. I think I'm skinny and strong. What's up, Adolfo? But then why isn't he depicted stronger? I'm strong as fuck. What you mean? You don't know? That's my last name. It's in my blood, bro. Look it up. Look up the Strongs. They got different genes. And we go back to biblical times too. They don't want to talk about it, but we do. I know they know it. Or I don't know. I guess I'm part of it. There's a painting called The Prince of Peace. If you haven't heard of it, it was painted by this girl when she was 9 years old. Her name's Akiana, and she was on Oprah as like a 9-year-old. She was considered a child prodigy, and she had these visions, and she painted what she was seeing. Do I remember what Piff Chicks is? I'm getting distracted in my story, of course, but I don't. I always forget. I don't remember. But anyways, supposedly she painted the real... Remind me, please. I know is it something about a fart or something? But basically, yeah, she had these visions and stuff, and so she painted it. Yiddish slang for it. Yeah. No, I know. I love that it's Yiddish. But yeah, I mean, you can look it up on YouTube. She was on Oprah. She's talking about this painting and stuff. I knew it. It was farts. I got way too excited about that. I was just glad that. Yeah, and then I don't know. There's a whole story with the painting, and like so supposedly she said that she felt like it was the face of Jesus. She wanted to paint the face of Jesus, and then like they got a couple agents. Oh, you know the story of the girl? Cool. I'm meeting her at the end of the month. I'm going to this event. There's a gallery. She's not blind. But anyways, I'm homies with some people who are connected to some people who are connected to her, and it's the second annual gala for the gallery that displays her art in Texas, and I'm going to that. Oh, okay, yeah. So there was a book called Heaven is for Real, and this little boy named Colton had like a near-death experience, and he said he walked with this man that he would, I guess, considered to be Jesus. And then he was watching TV and he saw on TV that there was this painting, and he brought his dad in the room and he was like, "Dad, that's who I walked with." And there's multiple people all over the world who have had similar experiences that they say that this painting resembles who they've experienced as the real face of Jesus. And I just think it's interesting. So I'm looking forward to meeting her. We're like the same age. She's like 6 months older than me, I think. It's been like a year in the making, because the whole reason I'm going to this year is because I drove. Really? Who'd you see? What'd you see? That's crazy. Yeah, me and her are very similar, I think, but she doesn't know that because she doesn't know me. But seeing how she talked and stuff as a kid, she used to do poetry, or she still does poetry, obviously, but I don't know. She had more of a support system, I think. Saw Jesus in the sky. Did it look like, that's awesome. Did it resemble the painting at all? Prince of Peace? There's another one that she painted called Father Forgive Them, I think. What's up, Humberto? Wow, that's beautiful. Damn, that's wild, dude. I've never had an experience like that. I've had some very trippy, otherworldly experiences, for sure, but that's really cool. Yeah, I'm sure you'll never forget. How can you? You know? But yeah, just to mention real quickly, damn, what a pass. Bye, Humberto. Appreciate you. I'm releasing a video on tomorrow that's talking about a little update with me and some thoughts about the state of the world and humanity and the future, I guess. But I'm gonna be not as active on here for a while. Wow, that's very interesting. So he's always been there for me. I was raised Jewish, and nobody in my family wanted to acknowledge what I experienced. I've noticed. So I was raised completely away, apart from religion. Not apart, but like just it wasn't. Damn. Till you were 40. How old are you now? I mean, you don't have to answer that, but that's crazy. I mean, I've said this before, but like a few years ago, I dated a girl who was like raised Catholic. She went to Catholic school and all that. Oh, 62. Hey, what's up, redhead? Things are really good, developing every day. Oh, 52. Cool. That's how old my dad was when he passed. Not that I'm connecting that at all. I'm just saying that's what I connect 52 with, which is also interesting, actually, now that I think of it. I've thought about it before, but that adds up to 7. Seven's a prominent number in my life and in Jesus's. But yeah, so I how are things with you, redhead? Things are coming along, keeping busy. I'm doing less content at the moment, trying to just focus on life. But I have a video dropping tomorrow that kind of talks about that more. Exactly. 7 is huge on the Bible. I don't know if I've ever said this quite as publicly as I'm about to, but there's only 3 y'all here, so oh well. And I don't think many people will watch this back. But before I was born, it's crazy. It's hard to explain. But basically, my dad met my mom and my stepmom both at MUFON meetings, which I've mentioned before. MUFON is Mutual UFO Network. It was in the late 90s that they had a chapter in Austin for experiencers. It was meant to be like a safe place for experiencers to talk about their like alien encounters and stuff. And my dad was like really having some stuff go on that he couldn't explain. So he joined and met my mom, and who said she had stuff going on, and my stepmom, and he was interested in my stepmom, and he asked if she was available or something, and someone thought he was talking about a different blonde white lady, I guess, and said, "Oh yeah, she's taken," which I don't know. I guess she wasn't. But anyways, then he had like a one night stand with my mom, and she lied and said she was on birth control and whatever. And anyways, I'm here. I exist. Yay. And he didn't know I existed for like my first year of life. But then after that, he was able to kind of distance from my psycho mom and ended up dating my stepmom. But my stepmom at that point was friends with this lady who worked as a field investigator for MUFON named Josie. And Josie was supposedly a psychic. And Josie made a lot of predictions about me before I was born, and told them to my stepmom. I remember my stepmom telling me at a very young age that Josie said that I would have long, curly, dark hair. And I was born with obviously bald, but then I was blonde until I was about 3, and then my hair started getting darker. And then my stepmom like always wanted me to cut my hair. And it wasn't until I was 25 that I started growing my hair out for the first time. And that was when I was living in Colorado. And I remember walking down the street in Colorado and seeing like glass doors, and like literally physically jumping because I was like, who the heck is behind me or who is next to me? I didn't know anyone was around me. But then I was like, oh, that's me. I couldn't recognize myself at all. I'd never seen myself with long hair. And I didn't have a mirror or anything. And that went on for like weeks. It took me a long time to be able to recognize myself. It's really weird. It was a really weird feeling. Oh. Wow, what a game. But yeah, so she predicted that I would have long, curly, dark hair, that I was the 7th son of the 7th son. Redhead, what are you talking about? Yeah, and so then like most of my life, I was like, what the heck is the 7th son of a 7th son? And, you know, when you Google it, all that really comes up, information about it is like the Irish Celtic folklore about it. No, you're good. It's funny. And I don't know. It didn't really make sense to me because it's rare that anybody is a 7th son, like literally, like someone had a family had 7 straight sons, and then the 7th son of that family had 7 straight sons. And that, like, obviously it exists, pretty much everything exists, but for that to magically mean that, oh, that person has healing abilities, it feels like there's got to be more to that. Yeah, me too. A lot of my family's on my mom's side is like Scottish and English and all that from back in the day. I mean, my last name's Strong, and if you go trace the Strongs back far enough, before they were the Strongs, when they came to America, they were the Strongs. Before that, they were one of the royal families called the Lestranges, and I've mentioned that before too. Why am I so interested in meeting that girl who painted the Jesus from a vision? Well, there's 2 parts to that. One is that I wouldn't go out of my way to go back to Texas to go to this event to to meet her. I left Texas with the intention of never returning, and I accepted that I wouldn't go. The event also is hella expensive, and I wouldn't pay that much money to go. But there's been so many weird things that have. This is, like I said, it's been a year process. Last year I was hired. I responded to a Craigslist ad. What's up, Kaylee? Just for a weekend. I'm not like moving back. I'm literally going back for 3 days, going to this event and coming back. And the whole reason I'm going is what I'm about to tell you. Last year in October, I responded to a Craigslist ad that was a guy needing a driver for his group of friends. And I grew up driving all my friends. I've never drank, so I was always the DD of all my friends. We always went out. I was a safe driver for them. That was important to me. I always offered to drive anybody, like, just so they could get home safe. And really, it was less about them. If you drink, that's on you. But don't you dare put some innocent, like a mother and her kids coming home from the grocery store that night in danger because you wanted to drink and drive. You know, like, let me just drive you. It's that easy. So that's how I felt, and that's what I always did in high school and in college and all that. And so I was like, yeah, man, I'll drive you and your friends to whatever event you're going to. I thought it was like a party or something. And a lot can happen in 3 days. A lot's going to happen in 3 days. I'm recording a song on Friday. I'm going to the event on Saturday, and I'm leaving on Sunday. It's crazy. Somewhere, a lot can happen in 1 day for sure. Anyway, so I drove him and his friends, and then when I picked him back up, they were talking about Jesus. They're Jesus this, Jesus that, artist, painting, and I was like, "Yo, what are y'all talking about?" And they're like, "Oh, well, that's how I learned about the painting existing and who Akiana is and how, you know." And then after I was with them, they were like, "Oh, it's free. You should go check out the gallery yourself, like when you on your own time." And I was like, "Oh." Wow. Damn. Sorry. I just looked up and realized it was a tie game and she was pulling up from, oh man, a side step back too. Damn. I hope it goes into overtime. That'd be so sick. That was your shot. What are you doing? Wow. Unbelievable. Man, she put the team on her back. Wow, I got distracted. That was sick. Oh, absolutely, redhead. Nothing has changed about my and the thing is, yeah. So basically, a year later, now these people that I drove last year, they reached out to me, and they invited me to join them because they're going again this year, and they were like, "We'll pay for your ticket. We just want you to be our guest," which is really, really, really nice of them. So. That's how I'm gonna get to meet the artists and be a part of this. But in between all this, like, I did go and visit on my own the following day after I drove them to the event. I saw the painting and toured the gallery and learned about the artists myself. And then I sat down on a bench at the end of the tour and I was just kind of crying, like, to myself, but I guess I was a little too obvious about it. And the tour guide and then one of the other people that I was touring with came and sat down on each side of me. And said that they felt called to, like, talk to me and pray for me, pray with me, and they did. And then I left. And then a few days later, the gallery ended up reaching out to me, their media team, and they were like, "Hey, we think." What am I gonna get distracted by, redhead? I'm all about my business. I'm being too busy to you know. Ain't nothing bad's gonna happen. I promise. It'll be a fantastic time, and I'll be able to come back and get back at it. But yeah, so then a few days later, they reached out and wanted to interview me, the gallery, since I was one of the guests. And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. And then I didn't hear from them for like 10 months. And then a few days before I left Texas to move up here, I got a call from the gallery, and they're like, "Hey, your name came up in conversation again, and we realized our emails got lost in spam somehow. But we were wondering if you still um, But that's exactly what's your point, Redhead? That's true. What are you saying? Say it. Just say it. And oh, sorry. I get no. It's just interesting. It's all just I'm fascinated by religious history. It's not just about meeting the artist. Like, I'm going to this gala with a bunch of like actors, an actress is presenting. It's like a huge opportunity to meet a lot of successful people. Yeah, exactly, Messin. It's not a distraction at all. And it's like I'm with great people that I know. I'm recording a song while I'm there with Mr. Noe, the best producer I've ever worked with, and a dear friend of mine. It's gonna be nothing but great. I'm really excited for it. And I'm also really excited to pop in and pop out and get right back here and get back to work. But yeah, so then I went. Yeah, exactly. I'm not. I don't know her. Like, I'm learning about her story and like vibing. That's it. Anyways, not everything has to be sexual, though some people really want it to be. And that's theirs. But so I went and I did this video shoot at the gallery, and they interviewed me, and they said that's going to come out like at the beginning of the year. They'll do something with it. So that was a few days before I left Texas. And then, hey, what's up, Glenn? I'm out of gnocchi. I haven't had gnocchi since that night. That shit was delicious, though. I would need to figure out how to get some more. Shalom, Messin. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Talk soon. Maybe. It used to be. I think I've passed all the applesauce, Glenn. I got hella cereal now. No, it's like frosted shredded wheat, basically, bite size. Come on, Lucky Charms ain't got no protein in it. Oh, I'm out of peanut butter. I'm literally like bare bones. It does work. It does work. It gets the job done. But yeah, so then like a week, my second day up here, I get a call from this guy who's like, yeah, I write for a newspaper, national newspaper, and I'm doing a story on the gallery. And the owner of the gallery said that we should reach out to you and interview you because you have an interesting story, blah, blah, blah. So I interviewed with him, and that article came out a few weeks ago. And after that article came out in the Epoch Times, you can look it up. The people that I drove last year to the event saw the article, and then they called me and they're like, hey, we got your number from the owner of the gallery. We want you to be our guest to the event this year, and all that. So that's why I'm going to be there and why that's all happening. And I've just basically like every time in my life, I've been like, you know what? I'm disconnecting from everything related to religion and the Bible and Jesus. Like they like you said, Redhead, it almost feels like it's a distraction, or it's irrelevant or something. Like I need to detach from it. I'm thinking about it too much. I let it all go, and then something happens that like brings it back into my life, which is crazy. That's how I got to be on The Chosen. Was like that the day before that I did that. I was like, I'm detaching from everything related to like religious studies and reading the Bible and Jesus and all that. because I grew up like very anti all that stuff. Anytime anybody mentioned the word God or mentioned the word Jesus, I was turned off immediately. And I know there's so many people that are like that, and I totally get it, which is why I'm still not a fan of religion. But when I studied things from a historical perspective, it's just too real. And then I learned about Jesus' life, like his actual life story, what happened, what events unfolded, what his family dynamics were, and it's the only thing that has ever made sense to me in terms of like a biographical like story of somebody. I don't.
Sabrina's got the clean look. That's halfway down. It comes out on the other end. Defeats Collier. Gets John Paul Jones up in the air, draws the foul.
And
really good free throw shoot.
Yeah, and then right after that, an ad popped up. Not an ad, an article popped up that was like,
Sabrina, who's got next?
that was like, you know, extras are on the looking for extras on The Chosen, and I was like, damn, The Chosen is a show I've watched that inspired me to start acting. Like it'd be cool to be a part of it. So I went and did that. I was there a whole week, and then I was like, all right, I'm done with that. And then that's when the gallery reached out to me. Like, I haven't put in any like intention towards any of this. It's just unfolded, and I've just kind of allowed it to be.
Tonight, I thought they looked like the best team in the league, which they have been all season. What impressed you most?
Yeah. Thank you, Redhead. Have a good night. Sleep well. I appreciate you. I'm not doing a whole lot of content at this point, so I'm gonna take a little hiatus. A hiatus from YouTube, but not a hiatus in my life. Like I'm really taking it hard now. Like I'm going hard. I just want to give y'all better content, and that's what I'll talk about in the video tomorrow. Thought of me the other day. What happened the other day? I wasn't planning on going live. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got to talk to y'all. I wasn't planning on going live for a whole long time. Justin, when did you get here? No, it's not OnlyFans. Just like better quality, you know. I always just sit here and talk. There's nothing wrong with that, but I got like, I'm capable of so much more. I started thinking about like little intro videos in my head and like different shows I can do, and like, you know, obviously music videos and just like, you know, leveling up. It's like, what have I been doing? I've just been in a tough spot. Now that I'm doing better, it's like, all right, time to be a real YouTuber or like a real artist. 2 movies filming in Charlotte, looking for extras. That's cool. I kind of reached a point where I don't really do extra work anymore, just because I don't want to get put in a box as like, oh, he's that extra guy. Not that I think I would, but like, if I'm gonna go be a part of something and give it my time and energy, it's gonna be like a feature role. The only show that I'll be an extra for is either like homies that I've made, like when I was in Virginia the other week, I was an extra in that short film because that guy is a good homie. He's an incredible person, and I met him on set of The Chosen. He was an intern, and it's his film, and it's an incredible project, and I was stoked to be a part of it. And I made like other incredible friends. My homie Damien is like a brother to me now, and I met him on set of that in Virginia. But that, and I'd go back to Texas next year when they shoot Chosen season 6 and be an extra. I think that'd be awesome. I mean, I'd love to do more though. I finally know who casts all of their like series, and I don't know if I should say this, but they're working on this is public knowledge. They're working on a new series coming up about the story of the book of Exodus and story of Moses, and they're eventually going to do a 3-season series called Moses, and I really want to audition for Moses. But we'll see. I don't know if they even have a Moses already or not yet, but I want to be a part of something, man.
I was watching Kayla with Raj. She said of her team, she said we're a bunch of weirdos, and it's this organic thing that just fits. And I think you see that with their fight and their connectivity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Oh, I plan on it, sir. They're not doing that yet. Everything will play out in time. But the thing is, like, I'm happy to hear you thought of me. I appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, there's a movie called Exodus by, I forget who directed it, but it stars Christian Bale, and he plays Moses. And that movie's dope. Like, they did a really good job. My favorite part is when he's arguing with his brother or whatever, the Ramses, and he's like, well, you've been talking to who? And he's like all condescending, and Christian Bale's like, God. I'm talking to God. But yeah, anyways, like, when I learned about the story of Jesus, and like, I don't know, he had a stepdad basically, right? Or whatever, and like his dad died. His family kind of isolated him, and said everyone in his hometown turned on him, turned against him, labeled him as crazy for speaking the truth. He traveled a lot. He met a lot of different people, and he learned a lot, and he studied the scripture a lot, and knew it in a better way than the religious teachers. And he called out how they were just manipulating people. And everything that he said has come true, whether it was back then or whether it's now. So I don't doubt his words, and I don't doubt that it's that he's gonna return. Why did you delete that, Kaylee? He said go audition. That's. I am gonna go audition. Oh, you're good. But I feel you, Kaylee. I've been the last like week and a half. I've been tripping, and I've been like crying, and I've been kind of yelling to the world, and not to the world, but to myself, really, to myself in my car, and just emotions have been really high. It's been a really challenging time. Everyone I've been talking to, my homies, like, are all having pretty intense struggles and setbacks, and it's just been a tough time. But I don't know. Today, I felt like a little lighter, I mean, like nothing has changed, but I do feel like there's a lot happening that we don't even know about yet, for all of us individually and also all of us collectively. You got your heart broken tonight, but didn't you just break up with your ex? So is this the same guy, or you already were with somebody else? You're right, a lot can happen in a day.
Leverage your trusted data. Be easily trained on your workflow. And integrate with your apps. It can be tuned to do just what you need. Because the more AI knows about your world, the more it can help you do. IBM. Let's create.
Someone else. You can't get heartbroken by someone else you just got with. Everything takes time. If it's already over, then hey, so be it. It wasn't meant to carry on. Better to learn that sooner than later. For like What was I gonna say? My first, like, was it 4? I think 4 relationships. They last like the longest one was like 3 months, and I broke up with all of them. Kind of, basically, yeah. And it was like very quickly I realized, like, I don't even know why I'm in this. I've made a mistake. This isn't healthy. I shouldn't be in this. And I got out. I mean, most of them cheated on me, and whatever. I was very immature and not much of a man. Not that excuses being unfaithful, but it just wasn't. It just was clear it wasn't supposed to work out. And then the one relationship I stayed in wasn't the one that I should have stayed in the least. But live and learn. Yeah. I feel like good things are on the horizon. The second half of October, I'm just praying that, like, good things happen. It's got to. When a series of bad things happen or a series of, like, challenging moments occur, like, I always take it as, like, all right, this is a purging, this is a cleansing, this is an unfolding. What's up, Samantha? Yes, they will. This is like a necessary process that sucks to pave the way for what is on the other side. And usually that's how it works. There's a wave of goodness just coming over. Thank you, Sam. I'm trying. I don't know that I'm doing good yet, but I think I'm trying. I'm doing better today than I was yesterday, and I did better yesterday than I did the day before. But that day, I was not doing too well. I think it's like I feel drained by the up and down, the back and forth. They're like, oh my God, things are going well, to damn, no, they're not. Oh yeah. That's what's kind of helped me snap out of it, was like hugging Amber and Nova. Amber's the goofiest little thing in the world. And where'd she go? And they're just so awesome. And we spent the evening at the dog park, and just us three. No one was there. It was dark. It was cold. The clouds were rolling by. It was like really nice. I just basically chilled for a long time, and then talked to my dad and the universe, and felt really good. And I've been feeling good ever since. It was a challenging day too today, but like, I don't know, I feel good right now, and I feel good this evening. I'm doing laundry, which actually I should probably go finish. Probably hop off this pretty soon. I got 8%, so I'll have to. The game's over. What am I even doing?
And the lead for 18:34 of the first half. They were controlling this one, but the Liberty will not go quiet. Collier, knowing that, buries the three to push the advantage back to 9. Sabrini and Escu. Quiet night shooting. She did loud later. Big three there. Then it's Stewart. Working on the smaller defender. That's 3 the hard way. Liberty now down just 1. Only 4.
Ow. Well, it was basketball, but the game's over, so now they're showing the same highlights over and over of the basketball game. It was the WNBA Finals Game 3, and it was a hell of a game. It was actually awesome. These girls be hooping. That girl's name is John Paul Jones. Bassist of the Led Zeppelin, looking different these days.
What are they going to run? We're going to run this. Into
Wow.
the eye hole. Deep, it's Ionescu. Ionescu from nearly the logo. Down 15.
What a
early.
shot.
They take the 80-77 win from 2-1 series lead. So they're a happy bunch. The Lakes react.
Yeah, my dogs have finally gotten used to. Well, I don't want to speak too soon, but I've been really working with them, and they're finally starting to be all right with the cats. I mean, like I said, I live in a place with 14 cats, and none of them are mine. But
One of the things, like Sandy after game one, you feel like the ball isn't moving enough. And, I think we got easy stuff when we were able to do that.
they're finally like chilling. I mean, this has been such a rare sight.
Right, and that's what it comes down to. Stewie was making shots.
Look at that cute little girl just sleeping. I love her so much. I'm gonna give her and the little one the best life any dog has ever lived, ever in history. And on that note, I'm gonna go finish my laundry and, like, I don't know, maybe take a shower and go to sleep and have a fantastic Thursday and a fantastic weekend. And I hope you do too. And I appreciate you. And yeah, I'm not gonna go live for a bit. I mentioned that at the top of this. I wasn't even planning on going live now, but thank you. You too, Sam. I got a video dropping tomorrow that details that more. But I won't be super active on here. And I'll come back stronger. See you.